Shalom. First and foremost, call Loyum, Wakabah, La Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Aruchak. Double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And as I have to do a quick little video in response to this article, it's from Summit.News. And this is the heading. It says, Spotify censors rapper for criticizing Pride Month. And like the saying goes, if you want to find out if you want to find out who has all the power, find out who you can't speak against. And also, I believe it was George Orwell that said it. You know, the further society shifts from the truth, the more it will hate those that speak it. And you know, in this society, you know, when you speak righteousness, you know, when you stand up for, you know, any kind of morality, you know, you're gonna stick out as a target. Was that Isaiah 59:15? Let me get that real quick, because that's all that happens when you bring out the truth of the scriptures, when you stand upon moral ground. Because we know, according to 1 John 5:19, if I'm not mistaken, you know, we're of the Most High, in the whole world life and wickedness. All right, or you know, people call good evil and evil good. All right, this is Isaiah 59:15. It says, "Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment." So yeah, we're in a time of universal deceit. All right. So when you stand upon what's right, you're going to make yourself a target in this society. They're going to try to silence you. They're going to demonize you, and they're going to persecute you. All right. So let me read this in the NLT, and then we'll go into the article. I just like how this one translates. NLT, it says, "Yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked." Straight up and down, man. They will strike your videos. If you're a famous individual and you try to, you know, speak the truth, you know, they're gonna you know, cut your platform off. They might, you know, knock you off of Twitter or Instagram. All right. But make sure you know, radio hosts don't allow you to come in for interviews, stuff like that. You can't speak the truth in today's world, man. That's how you know that we're clearly at the end of this thing. We, just like during the time of Noah's flood, where everybody's heart was corrupted, you know, morally corrupted, you know, well, it's the same thing today. And that's why the Lord is preserving all these wicked souls in this day and time to be judged. All right. It says, "The Lord looked and was displeased to find there was no justice." So going into it, and I'm not sure, I don't think I've ever heard of this rapper before, but I'm curious now. Like, I might have to go in and listen to this very song that Spotify actually censored and took off of their platform. All right, this it says, Spotify has censored a song by rapper Bryson in which he criticizes Gay Pride Month, with song having been grayed out by the streaming giant and made unavailable for download. See how much, so you see how much power, you know, that these you know, I got to be careful what I say. You know, that's why the Most High is going to address everything, man. You ain't got to worry about us saying anything. The Lord, that's why he's up in the plagues right now. All right, pretty soon that pride is going to go out the window. All right, many great misery shall be done to them in a latter time that walked in great pride, man. And it's coming for sure, most definitely. All right. Anyway, it says the pro-Trump rapper released the song Pride Month, so he supports Trump. You know, a lot of simple Jake that still believe in this damn system, and that's where they fell. All right. Why would you trust in a system that never had your best interest, that was never designed for you to prosper in any way whatsoever? And Pride, he's controlled opposition. He's set up just like Biden is set up. And Jake's still caught up in it. That's how we know that Jake is still asleep. If you was really awoke, you wouldn't be for any of these dudes, man. They are the devil. All right? It says, on June 1st, to coincide with the start of the annual period that recognizes the LGBT movement. In the song, Gray criticizes the alphabet mafia from a Christian perspective. So he's a Christian rapper. In which, you got Christians that still maintaining, the traditional standard of, denouncing sexual immorality. But you still got a lot of Christians out there that's basically, rolling out the carpet and waving the white flag for them. Basically saying that it's acceptable now and we can't judge them. So the Most High is going to watch what the Lord's going to do. And Christianity is full of them. A lot of closet cases. A lot of these pastors and deacons, and even the men that are part of your, the choir, the band, so to speak. A lot of them are in the closet. It says, in the song, he criticizes that community from a Christian perspective, rapping about transformer activists pushing children onto puberty blockers at 12 years old, the promotion of the mafia motives by media such as Netflix and other topics, writes Jack Hadfield, which these are actual concerns. These are things that are really happening that people refuse to bring to the forefront out of fear of being ridiculed, ostracized, so on and so forth. But see, we ain't got nothing to lose because we're not attached to this world. All right? We're not of this world. And the Lord even said, if you're going to follow the Lord, deny yourself. He that try to save his life shall lose it. But he that lose his life for the Lord's sake shall gain it eternal. So we can stand on these principles and not give two shits what society got to say. But we know that the world is not going to be for us. All right. It says the lyrics to the song reference Bible verses about homosexuality, which we already know what the Bible says about it. All right. Just for quick reference, I'll go right to it. And pretty soon, YouTube is going to work on that algorithm to censor anybody bringing out these scriptures concerning that lifestyle. As soon as you go into Leviticus 20:13, up clipped guideline strike, community guideline strike. So it's going to be basically against the law to preach the law of the Most High. So the Most High is going to destroy this place, man. That's why his eyes are upon a sinful kingdom. He's going to destroy it off the face of the whole earth. It says Leviticus 20:13. And this is what happens, like it says in Habakkuk, because the law is slack and judgment never goes forth. Therefore, wrong judgment proceed, because the wicked is going to encompass the righteous, because judgment is not going forward. That's why the Lord, because we can't, do it in the traditional sense, which is meant to put away evil from among us. This is why the Lord got these diseases running rampant amongst that same community. All right. I think something recent came out where bisexual men, they're being affected. It's some virus or some disease that they're predominantly the ones that are contracting it. So, hey, that's the recompense of their error. That's meat for them. Good. So it says Leviticus 20:13, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They should surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. All right, and that's right there in the law. All right. And a lot of Christians are afraid to bring this out, because they're afraid of being called hateful, extreme, being labeled a terrorist. All right. But these people that's of this world, that have the world way of thinking, they're going to have to give an account in a day of judgment any damn way. So who the hell cares what they say and what they think? They still have to give account to him that shall judge the quick and the dead. So let me go back and go here. So it says, he says, and this is, I guess these are the lyrics to the song, real Christ gang, I don't recognize no Pride Month. Revelation 21:8, you thought he lied, huh? And let me go there real quick. You know, some of them actually going into prophecy, these Christians, and some of them is probably watching the Israelites on the low any damn way. That's probably where they're getting all this encouragement. Yeah, Revelation 21 verse 8, and it says, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable. And that's where they would fall in at. Because that's an abominable practice, man. Very detestable, unclean, wicked. And murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And that's the same judgment that the Lord brought to ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, which we all know what that civilization was all about. What they were, you know, what their reputation was. So all these same defiled souls, they're being preserved to the second death. All right. So let's continue to read the lyrics. It says, you thought he lied, huh? What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? You know, you could read Jude 1:7, 2 Peter 2, verses 6 down to 9. It tells you how Lot was vexed with the filthy behavior of the wicked until the Lord did what he had to do. They all fried, huh? Yeah, I can see why they would have took this off of Spotify. Y'all keep disrespecting y'all like he won't slide, huh? I'm just trying to make it in them heaven gates. Repent and turn from sin or be reprobate. He's probably a secret Israelite. All right, he seems Christian, but he seemed like he's watching the Israelites. Because we bring out these things, man. We're the ones that are mainly vocal about all this wickedness, man. The Lord is setting a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst. That's mainly Israel out there on the front line. All right, like it says in Isaiah 58, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show the house of Jacob their sins. My people, I'm roughly paraphrasing. All right, show Israel their transgression, the house of Jacob their sins, man. All right, it says, pride is a deadly sin, but y'all celebrate. If you don't become new, then only hell awaits. Yeah, Gehenna awaits, which is the second death. When America is on fire from all those nuclear detonations coming from Russia and China and all those different allied countries. And that's being set up as we speak. I'm hearing right now that Ukraine is now being considered a candidate for the beast. So we know Russia is not going to have that. So it's going to be major escalation of this war between Russia and NATO through this proxy war that they're fighting with Ukraine. All right. So it's going to get crazy, man. So let's continue on. It says, after being on the platform for 2 weeks, Gray revealed that Spotify had censored the song by removing it completely from his artist page. And here's his tweet. Spotify has banned my song Pride Month from Spotify. I'm the only music artist that this happens to without any resolution. The most banned artist on the country. Because nobody want to hear it, man. All right, like I quoted. We know that we're the children of the Most High and the whole world life in wickedness. And also because you're not speaking what this world agrees with. Let's go to 1 John 4 verse 5. It says, they're of the world, therefore speak they of the world. And that's these rappers and, you know, these politicians, you know, these fake activists that's compromised, these other sellout celebrities, everything that they're going to speak of this world. They're going to come from a world's point of view, so that the world can continue to accept them, because they didn't sold their soul to the God of this world. All right. And you're going to hear he mentions in the article how you got other rappers that have made references, derogatory references towards that so-called community, and it hasn't been any action taken against them. But why is that? Because they're of this world. All right. It says, and the world heareth them. We are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. All right. And like it says also in John, was it 15? Yeah, John 15 and 18, it says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And that's Yahushua speaking. And he was talking about it, even his own people, man. The Jews. All right, they hated Yahushua, man. Which ultimately they despised the Most High, because he was the express image of the Most High. So a lot of our people are straight up enemies to the Most High. All right. And these other nations, they all are just natural enemies to the Most High. It says, if you are of the world would love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. And, you know, actions are going to be taken against you from people of this world. All right. So this dude right here, he might as well, if they're going to come against him and attack him, and if he end up losing his career, you better, you know what I'm saying, especially if you watching us and listening to us, you might as well, you know, come all the way in. The hell with this damn world, man. Love not the world, neither the things that are in this world. Fuck that rap shit. You know what I mean? But you know how Jake is, man. Jake can't fully detach themselves. But continuing on, it says, I am the only music artist that this happens to without any resolution. The rapper noted how his song had been censored for homophobia, and yet tracks released by best-selling artists like Eminem, DMX, and Kendrick Lamar, which contain brazen homophobic slurs, remain untouched. Well, that's because you ain't been through enough rituals, Jake. You know, you ain't completely sold your soul. You ain't been through enough rituals. You ain't pushed out a number of agendas, all right, for them to be able to accept you and you say what you want to say. All right, they done already paid their dues to the spiritual demon Satan. So they can pretty much say what they want. This nigga Kendrick, he was talking all that shit 5 years ago about how he was a Hebrew Israelite, don't call me black. And now this nigga did a complete 180. He don't even mention Israel no more. And then on his latest album, he pushing all type of agendas and left-hand perspectives that's contrary to the scriptures. So you know he's far gone. There's no remedy for that dude. He made a covenant with death, and in hell is the agreement. All right. And he made a song basically putting it out there that he had a uncle, I think, that became basically his auntie. And basically he didn't condemn it or nothing. So yeah, man. These dudes they're really not about this thing, man. So let's see how long this dude stay upon this, you know. Because you already know that, you know, with Kendrick, you know, before he put out his last album, in between that album 5 years ago, Damn, and this previous album he put out, they probably had a round table Nick Cannon type of sit down and got on his ass, man. That's more than likely what happened. It says Eminem made a song called Fall, which was on his Kamikaze album a few years ago. I mean, that's Eminem. He could do what he want. He got the complexion, and plus the amount of people that actually buy their records that keep these devils stupid rich. A lot of them are from that so-called community. So they come out and even buy these records. So they ain't finna, they're not about to sabotage that. Plus they know Eminem is a lot of the times, you know, he trolls. He says a lot of controversial stuff for shock value just so he can sell his records, man. That's always been his gimmick. It says, which was on his Kamikaze album a few years ago, and in a song he calls Tyler the Creator, the word that gay people hate, the F-bomb, it's right there, free to listen to. How about the other songs where Eminem said the exact word, like the Marshall Mathers song, or how about his song Rap God, where he literally says he will break a table over the head of the F-bomb that you can't say. Nope, you can listen to that song too. And I didn't even say that word, said Gray. Well, hey, it's because you coming out of the Bible with it. All right, as soon as when the scriptures get mentioned, that's it. All right, because this world is an enemy of righteousness. All right, and truth fails. You make yourself a prey as soon as you start to really, come into the righteousness of the scriptures. And when you profess it boldly, these people can't accept it. So yeah, judgment is coming in a major way. All right, and the Lord said, who shall rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? All right. Now we know the Lord, when he comes back, he's going to get everybody that was wicked to the sword, man. All right. Everybody must give an account, man. All right. Woe to you that call good evil and evil good, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and bitterness for sweet and sweet for bitter. All right. We know that we in the times where iniquity shall abound, wickedness shall be increased, because the man of sin is in power. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest man is exalted, and he happens to be in power. So this is what we get. All right. So, hey, man up, Jake. This is what you got to deal with. If you're going to stand up on a print, and this is where you either got to make that decision. Are you going to stand up on this and lose everything? Or are you going to sell your soul, sell out, and be like, all right, I guess I'm going to have to pander to that community if I want to keep my rap career. Well, hey, like the Lord said, you cannot be my disciple, man. If you can't be willing to, take on that cross and lose your life and follow him and deny yourself, you cannot be his disciple. Anyway, I want to do a quick response to this. All right. And Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.